Tank Davis versus Frank Martin, right? Last night on the PBC card, there was some big fights on last night. We had the UFC on, the UFC. We also had Chris Smith versus Richie Riakporhe for the WBO Cruiserweight title. And then we also had Subriel Matias against Liam Paro from Australia. That was for the IBF 140-pound title, which Subriel Matias lost. So anyway, Tank Davis disposes of Frank Martin in the 8th round. And listen, I'm not surprised about this, to tell you the truth, right? I wouldn't call Frank Martin an A-level fighter because he hasn't really fought much level of opponents. But it was an interesting fight. You know, it ended in 8th round. I don't know what much more to say about it, really. I want to see Tank Davis improve on his opposition. Right, I need to see him improve on his opposition. Not only that as well, the footage, the infamous footage, the Devin Haney footage, the sparring between these two guys, the full footage has been released by none other than Floyd Money Mayweather, right? And we know Floyd's been trying to get a little limelight out of these fights and that, trying to keep his name relevant in the sport of boxing. So personally, I haven't seen much interest in the full sparring, even though I'm halfway through watching it now, I ain't gonna lie, but there's not much interest in it. I see a lot of the channels that I posted up there, the numbers are not that great. Because Tank's fight has kind of eclipsed. Nobody cares about the sparring footage because they've seen Devin Haney get beat by Ryan Garcia. So anyway, what I'm gonna say is Tank Davis gets his win, right? It's defeated Frank Martin. What I really want to talk about is the Saudi deal, right? Remember what Tank Davis said to the Saudis? He said he needs 2 Ferraris, right? He's basically saying he's not that interested in all the Saudi stuff that's going on. A lot of people feel it's because if he goes over to Saudi, he would have to fight top opposition. He can't pick and choose who he fights. There's no cherry picking over there. They'll pay him handsomely, but he needs to fight the fights that the fans want to see. So a reporter said to him, Tank, you know what's going on with the Saudis and whatever. Tank didn't know what was going on. He was oblivious, probably because he's been in fight camp. So he didn't know what was going on. When he actually got told exactly what was going on, his face was like, what? What? Are you for real? And they're like, yes, we're not joking. He's like, whoa. The look on his face was like, wow, I might have to start stepping up my opposition now. I mean, I try to act like I don't need those guys, but they might buy out the company that I fight for. So if they buy out the PBC, what's he going to do? He's going to have to abide by the rules or get lost. You ain't going to fight again or go fight in another promotion, the B League. So anyway, a lot of things are changing in the sport of boxing. The Saudis want to take over completely, a complete takeover, a hostile takeover, I'd call it. It's either get down or lay down. Right? If you're down with the Saudis, you get down. If you're not, lay down. You're out of the sport. Tank Davis needs to step up his opposition. It's a good win for him, but I'd like to see him fight the best of the best. And I hope the Saudis come forth for this deal and, you know, push this guy into fighting some of the top fighters out here. He did call out Lomachenko, so I hear. I didn't really hear the call out, but, you know, Lomachenko was called out allegedly. But for me, it's too little, too late. Tio is beat him. Devon's beat him. So for me, it ain't gonna be nothing defining. All right, he needs to go out there and try and unify and become undisputed. Even if he becomes undisputed at 135, people are gonna say Devin Haney did it first. I think Tank Davis is gonna have to actually get out there and fight Devin Haney at some point in his career. But anyway, enough said. Smash the like button, hit the bell for notifications to get all the new and the latest videos.